Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:52 scale Matchbox Superfast Hairy Hustler. Yeah, you heard that right. I know, who names these things? I need to tell you up front, this video is a story of heartache. It's a story of failures and setbacks, but the hero does prevail in the end. You see a lot of damage on this little car, some of it in the state that I acquired it in, and some of it is self-inflicted, like the damage on the front top of this air scoop here. Hard to say exactly which real car this is based on. Maybe it's a hybrid of different sports cars. I don't know, but I kind of like it. I want to give some Canadian love to an excellent channel that I follow closely. It's called Dad and Andrew's Garage. It's a father and son tandem, and they do absolutely excellent customs and restorations with all kinds of creativity. And if you don't already know about that channel, then I encourage you to follow the link that I put in the description and go on by there and just take it in and enjoy it. Give them the same kind of support that you're always giving me, and tell them you came over from Maple Leaf Customs. That'd be terrific, and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. The best way to support my channel is give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Well, the first damage has already been done. Did you catch it? You'll see it now with your eagle eye. Yeah, it had to happen a first time. 123 customs, and today I drilled through the hood while I was taking out the rivets. Unbelievable. Still haven't drilled through my own finger though, so I got that to look forward to. I never put the chassis into the paint stripper. I opted this time to just take away that old chip black paint with a Dremel wire brush, and here I'm giving it the Flitz treatment with a brand new polishing wheel, which is always a heart-stopping moment because the first thing that happens is everything goes black. But in less than a minute, the polishing wheel is black and the base is glistening new. It's repair time now, so a little JB weld is applied to that pinhole in the hood, and some Epo putty is used to fix the hole in the air scoop. And the next day, the filing takes place. You've got to let these things set up overnight, and I've restored the top nicely and put the same kind of grooves back in it. I often replace a steering wheel if I don't like the look of them, because I resin printed a couple of dozen of these myself, all in one batch, and I'm still working through those, and I think it looks much better. So far, they've all been real easy fix-ups to do. The degreasing is the last step before primer, and in this case I'm putting a metallic silver base coat down because of the paint that I've decided to use on this one. It's all with a rattle can today, but the plastic bits get the regular primer treatment. Now it's out with the old and in with the new. Goodbye to the Superfast wheels, and I'm upgrading with a lovely looking set of chrome Samed wheels, 12mm on the back and 10 in the front, zoom. And I do a dry fit with the primed body, and you can see a lovely suspension that came with this Superfast. I've chosen a blue metallic fleck paint, and I let that dry up overnight, always not in a rush before I do a custom taping on it, just leaving this top exposed. It gets a metallic black treatment, and I painted the front hood white to receive the single decal that I've designed myself to put on there to signify this is custom number 123. I've been vacuum forming windshields lately to get rid of blue and yellow and pink windshields. I use a 0.5 millimeter clear plastic sheet. The original yellow is the mold, and look at the beautiful replica that I get. That's such a great tool, and I'm really happy using that. The Hairy Hustler is not overflowing with exterior details, but where there are some air vents, I'm just going to highlight them with some Citadel Nuln oil It settles into these grooves naturally and gives kind of like a 3D shadow effect without making them stand out too much. But the rear taillights do call for some attention that were overlooked by Matchbox, and I start with a silver base and then using a fine tip Sharpie, apply some red. The vacuum form clear plastic windshield is affixed from the inside upside down using a Bondic resin pen, which is like a super glue job here, and it has its own UV light included in it. Doesn't that look super? The vacuum forming machine does such a lovely job. And this is when our story gets very sad. The steering wheel was replaced, the cockpit was primed and painted, and in a rush to quick dry it, I put it in my toaster oven, and I forgot about it. It melted. What a bonehead. Was it recoverable? It wasn't even recognizable. Oh, despair. I put everything away for the night and closed up shop. I ate a whole chocolate cake by myself, and the next morning I started fabrication on a new cockpit. And it came out like this. All turned out well. After a few setbacks and heartbreaks, I recovered myself, and when it was time to put it back together, I was in the right mood, and let's make the best out of this, because it really does have some nice features with the new windshield and the upgraded Samad wheels. So I pop in my new cockpit and set the top down on top of that. It's quite a basic reassembly. I have to say, on this particular build, I was happy to reach this point. The fastening screws are always pre-fitted at the beginning, so I know they're going to go in just right, and they tightened up as they should and gave everything a nice snug fit. Well, let's have a closer look at how it all turned out. I like the new paint scheme with the metallic fleck on it. I really do think those wheels look the part with 12s in the back and 10 in the front. You can see inside through the clear glass to the new cockpit. The air scoop was repaired, tail lights are detailed, and I like the little logo on the front. Today, less is more, and the total look has come together to make a striking fantasy car, I think. My channel logo goes on the shiny bottom of the chassis, and one more look at it for good measure. Satisfaction. It looked about as play-worn as my toys did when I was running the Hot Wheels around the carpet and the sandbox. Chip paint, fresh paint. I think it made a big difference on this one, considering it's a wheel swap and a paint job and a new windshield and a new cockpit. That really was a top to bottom, front to back change on this custom job, with a little more work than is normally required, but the Superfast needs some love too. And I think this one turned out great. This goes into a custom blister pack, and it's going to make its way to my wife's company, where they have an annual Christmas toy drive. If you like this video, I invite you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It's all for free, and leave a respectful comment below. Thanks for visiting my channel today, and I hope you'll come back soon and often. It's coffee time.